Alright, Shalom. Let's give our praise to Yahweh Shai, the bonders to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the saints here out their personal truth and sincerity. The lesson I'm going into today is, on the Sabbath, which has been a pretty big topic the last couple of weeks. And the first scripture I'm just going to is Colossians 2:16. It say, "Let no man therefore judge you in meat or drink, or respect of the holy days, or in the new moon, or in the Sabbath, or of the Sabbath days, which are a sign of things to come. But the body is of Yahweh Shai." So, right now we rehearse the righteous acts, or when Yahweh Shai come back, everything will be perfected. And I'm just going to the calendar that we got now. It's not the calendar that we once had. Slack it. Which this is the calendar we have now is what you call the Julian calendar, which is a reformation of the Roman calendar, which was in 46 BC. So really, in order to understand, you got to get rid of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got to get that out of your head. Even as far as the months, January, February, all these months, they didn't exist. Because, if a Sabbath was governed by the new moon, which we're going to get later in this lesson, just real quick on the word month. A month is a unit of time used with calendars to approximate how long as a natural period related to the motions of the moon. Right? They tell you right there that the calendar is supposed to be based upon the moon, which the calendar we got now, we know is not really based upon the moon. I'm going to skip through a little bit. It says the moon phases and such as months are synchronized in months approximated 29.53 days, which is, it's really 29 days. They got to put their spin on it. And the earth rotates around the earth 28 days. So on that 29th day, that's when you get the new moon. This is This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. This is Exodus chapter 2, 20 and 8. It said, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou work and do labor. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But on the seventh day, it is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power. And thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy sons, nor thy daughters, nor thy maidservants, nor thy manservants, nor thy maidservants, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger in thy gate within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord had made the heavens and the earth, and the sea, and all that therein, all Salakia, and all that in them is. And he rested on the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath and hallowed it. So, he really gave a formula right there. 6 days shalt thou work and do labor, and on the seventh day thou shalt rest. So, going to the moon real quick, which goes back to what I was just saying a second ago. Which right here, when you look up the word moon, they give you approximations of 27.321 days. The moon orbits the sun, or they align. Which, like I said, it's 28 days when you go into the math. But, primarily you got 4 phases of the moon. The new moon, the first quarter, which when you break down the word moon, when you go into the word moon, and different cycles of the moon, they give you 8 phases, but primarily it's 4 phases of the moon, which is the new moon, which is when you look in the sky and then the moon's not there. That's what you call the new moon. Then you got the first moon, which is I think it's like a waxing crescent. When it's on the first moon is when it's the moon half is lit, and it's the left side that's lit. That's the first moon. And then the second phase, which is the next week, you got the full moon, which the moon is fully illuminated. And then you got the last moon, which is the same first moon, except instead of it being on the left side, it's on the right side. And real quick, this is Genesis 1:14. And God said, "Let there be light in the firmament and in the heavens, and divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs and seasons, for days and for years." So contrary to what they would have you believe, that that the sun reflects off the moon and give it its light. No, the moon has its own light. And let them be for a light. Let them be for lights in the firmament and the heavens, to give them light upon the earth, because the earth was formed first, and then the outer regions. And it was so. And God made 2 lights. God made 2 great lights, and the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. So and just further go into those when you go into the phases of the moon. Well, we'll wait for that. This is it's like 2nd Ezra 6:45. It's like it. This 2nd Ezra 6:45. Upon the 4th day, thou commandest that the sun should shine, and the moon shall give her light, and the stars in the heavens shall be in order. And he gave his charge. Well, just primarily just that. But that further proves that the moon, like I said, give its own light. And it was given order, to one to rule the day, one to rule the night. And like I said, I was just saying, when you go into the Hebrew word, which is Kodash, which means new moon, you get the word month, which is H2320. So, like I said, when you break down the moon phases, you got 7 days, which I guess that's where they get their science from. But when you look outside, you got the new moon. From the time of the new moon until the next phase is 7 days. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the 7th day, it's a new week, which is a Sabbath. And then from that, you count 7 more days, and then you get and then 7 days after that, you get the second quarter with the west or Y crescent, whatever term they use for it. And then 7 days after that, you back at the new moon. And with that, I'm gonna end it with that, and say all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and to all the saints rocking out there pressing the truth. I hope this lesson was edifying. Shalom.